The country doctors of the Northwoods were called to help anyone despite obstacles of nature, weather, or distance. They made house calls and cured every ailment from broken bones to the birth of a baby. One of the area's first physicians, Dr. Thomas G. Torpy, came to the Northwoods in 1895. He frequently traveled to the most remote areas to reach his patients and never once sent a bill in his 50-year career, sometimes bartering for services. Another doctor in those early days, Dr. Gale W. Huber, began his Minocqua practice in 1919. Dr. Huber treated his patients like family and even used his own home as a hospital for pregnant women. In 1932, Dr. Torpy treated a young boy with an injured hand. He noticed how well the injury had been bandaged and discovered that the boy's mother, Kate, was a physician. Dr. Kate Newcomb had moved to Boulder Junction in the Northwoods of Wisconsin in 1922. She had given up her obstetrics practice in Detroit to care for her sick husband, Bill. A few nights after meeting Dr. Torpy, Kate's phone rang. A sick woman stuck in her home needed immediate medical assistance. Ignoring the fact that Kate did not have a license to practice medicine in Wisconsin, Dr. Torpy insisted she go help. The woman survived, and the next week Dr. Kate applied for her Wisconsin medical license. Affectionately called the Angel on Snowshoes, Dr. Kate made her rounds by car, horse, boat, or whatever mode of transport was needed. Driving hundreds of miles in all types of weather, Dr. Kate would look for red flags tied to trees or fences, indicating that someone needed her help. One summer night in 1947, a wealthy vacationer became seriously ill, and Dr. Kate was called. The woman recovered, and her grateful husband, a Chicago businessman, offered to help Dr. Kate build a much-needed community hospital. He gave her a check for $1,000 and helped her organize a board of directors. By 1952, they had only raised $50,000, less than half of the estimated $110,000 needed to construct the facilities. They began construction with faith that the rest of the money would come. In early 1953, the students of Otto Burick's math class at Arbor Vitae Woodruff School were discussing what $1 million of something would look like. They came up with the idea to collect 1 million pennies to donate to Dr. Kate's hospital fund. The new hospital was to be named Lakeland Memorial Hospital. By April, they had collected 1 million pennies in a big heap on the gymnasium floor. A celebration and parade for the 1 million pennies took place on Memorial Day weekend. By that time, the pile had grown to 1,700,000.
10,000 people journey there to see 1 million pennies in a pile. $10,000.
Nearly 10,000 visitors from neighboring communities came to watch the parade and view the penny display. In 1954, Dr. Kate was invited to represent country doctors at a medical convention in Los Angeles.
And welcome again to This Is Your Life. Kate Newcomb, beloved country doctor, called an angel on snowshoes.
It turned out to be a ruse to get Dr. Kate to appear on the television show This Is Your Life. Host Ralph Edwards had been following the 1 million penny campaign and was touched by Dr. Kate's story. She was completely surprised. At the end of the program, Edwards made an appeal to the television audience to send in their pennies to complete Dr. Kate's hospital.
Let's see 1 million pennies in a pile. And they did it. My, look at them all there, shoveled into the wheelbarrow.
After Dr. Kate's TV appearance, the Woodruff Post Office received 10 tons of mail, with donations totaling over $110,000. Finally finished, furnished, and equipped, Lakeland Memorial Hospital was dedicated on July 21, 1954. Dr. Kate served as Chief of Staff, with Dr. Huber as her Vice Chief. Dr. Kate Newcomb died in 1956, just 2 years after seeing her dream of a community hospital realized. Today, the memory of Dr. Kate and her dream for a community hospital lives on in the works of Howard Young Medical Center and in the people living in her beloved North Woods.